Hi guys! Welcome back to the channel. It's Jane once again. If it's your first time tuning in, hello and welcome. If you love anything and everything about fragrances, do consider subscribing to the channel to see similar videos in the future. Today, I am finally reviewing this Jo Malone sample set. So this had a cameo in one of my earlier videos back in February, I believe it was. My channel was about a week or two old back then. I have recently been wear testing this set because it has started to rain and the weather is a lot cooler here in the Philippines. I thought this might be more suitable. Right off the bat, none of these are for the high heat. I don't think these are great to grab for really warm, humid days. As opposed to the Jo Malone fragrances in the clear bottles, their cologne formulations, these cologne intense ones are a little too heavy. But the upside is, of course, these do have better longevity. These are also pricier, being cologne intense. Locally, a 50 ml retails for 7,700 pesos and the 100 ml retails for 11,000 pesos. This set contains 5 fragrances in cologne intense formulation, and I'll be starting off with the most feminine smelling one. So this one is called JasmineSambac&Marigold. So discredit the notes of marigold, jasmine sambac, ilang-ilang, orange blossom, fresh honey, and benzoin. So this is an explosion of white florals, particularly jasmine. I do have to say that in high heat, you do get more of the pungent, wet, hay smell of the marigold. I didn't notice this at first, but when I wore this for a short road trip on Father's Day, the outdoors heat brought out that marigold hay-like facet. But in cooler 20 degrees Celsius weather, the marigold serves to balance the florid white florals dominating this scent. So this is perfect for cooler summer days, but here in the tropics, I prefer to use this indoors, aircon environment, nighttime, cloudy or rainy days. Very office-friendly in my opinion. The dry down is the most alluring, fresh jasmine scent, not too heady, indolic, or soapy. It's just really nice. This is also perfect as a signature scent. This is feminine leaning, most appropriate for women in the late 20s and onwards. This has moderate projection at best, but on me, this sits closer to the skin even when oversprayed. Longevity is about 4 to 5 hours. That's for this cologne intense formulation. This is nothing groundbreaking, not incredibly unique, but if you like your jasmine neat, this one's for you. No citruses in here, no tea, no woods. There's a little bit of warm vanillic touches from the benzoin, but that's about it. So this is for the white floral lover out there, JasmineSambac&Marigold. Next up is VelvetRose&Oud. So discredit the notes of cloves, damask rose, praline, and oud. So this is a dark, sweet rose fragrance. The oud here is a beginner's oud, very friendly to the nose, nothing over the top or animalic. If you are scared of cloves or warm spices, I don't get that a lot in here, thankfully. So the rose is the star of the show in this composition. It's on the jammy, sweet, deep, dark side. The rose is grounded by the oud that's just in the background. So this does not come off very gourmand to me. The gourmand is more of an undertone rather than an in-your-face sweetness. This is far more relaxed, less opulent than other oud rose combinations such as Oud Satin Mood from Maison Francis Cardigan, and this is also a lot less gourmand than Lancome's Oud Bouquet in my honest opinion. I would wear this at night or in colder weather here in the tropics. This is perfect for date nights, open air dinner, dine outs. This will be very lovely. This composition is a little too much for daytime warmer weather wear. This too is feminine leaning to my nose. Projection is moderate, longevity decent at 4 to 5 hours. This would be nice for an in-between season fragrance in 4 weather climates. This isn't too thick and would likely not suffice for the dead of winter, but neither is this too light or transparent for the height of summer. I can imagine this would smell really good on thin scarves and light sweaters. Try layering this with Myrrh Tonka also in this set if you find the rose too sweet or jammy for your liking. The combination might just surprise you. It's really good. So if you'd like to try your nose on a friendly Rose Oud perfume, check this one out, VelvetRose&Oud. The third fragrance in the set is this one called DarkAmber&GingerLily. So discredit the notes of ginger, pink pepper, and black cardamom, water lily, jasmine, orchid, and rose, sandalwood, black amber, incense, leather, and patchouli. So this fragrance is frequently compared to this perfume from Versace called Crystal Noir. So they do give off a similar warm, spicy, coconutty scent, especially in the opening. But while Crystal Noir goes into a soapy direction, this one, Dark Amber and Ginger Lily, develops into a more resinous, ambery, and incensey scent. I would say I prefer this one because this gets more interesting in the dry down. If you do not care for warm spices in the opening, wait for this fragrance to develop. If you're like me who get a plasticky opening, let me tell you that once you get past that, it's when this fragrance becomes more interesting. So this to me is a unisex fragrance, though marketed for women. This is another colder weather or nighttime fragrance, much like VelvetRose&Oud. There is a little bit of freshness to this, perhaps coming from the water lily, but overall this is quite deep and resinous. On me, this sits close to the skin. Longevity is under 4 hours. So if you like a touch of incense in your perfume, check this one out. This, by the way, does not go gothic or too old church smelling, so check this one out, Dark Amber and Ginger Lily. Going into the more unisex direction, so this one is Myrrh and Tonka. So this is lavender, myrrh, tonka bean, and almond. To me, this is best as a layering fragrances because by itself it is way too myrrh centric, especially as this dries down to be wearable by itself, unless of course it's worn out of preference. So I can imagine this to add some depth to an otherwise linear fragrance. This will serve to boost the base notes of some other fragrances as well. I don't get a lot of lavender in here. I think there is just but a hint. There's also a hint of sweetness, likely from the vanilla, but overall this is basically Myrrh and Tonka as the name implies. So this lasts quite long. On the 7 to 8 hour mark, I can still really appreciate its presence. So this is perfectly unisex. Projection is at least moderate. But yeah, if you are looking for something to boost your fragrances, add some depth to a perfume that falls flat on you, or if you're looking for something to prolong the life of a fragrance, check this one out, Myrrh and Tonka. The fifth fragrance in this set is called Vetiver&GoldenVanilla. So this credit the notes of vetiver, vanilla, cardamom, tea, and grapefruit. This to me leans more masculine with a very prominent cardamom and vanilla, but the vanilla here is not a very feminine vanilla, quite unisex I should say. The vetiver is very subdued and friendly. I only really get it on initial spray. This smells spicy, sweet, and a little smoky overall. This gives off a very comforting vibe, another fragrance great for colder weather. I will be passing this on to my husband. I think he will get a lot of good wear out of this. And for the gentleman out there who may be watching this, if you find the vanilla way too much for your liking, I suggest you layer this with Myrrh and Tonka, and the result is just divine. On the other hand, layering this with a floral vanilla scent might make the feminine side to this fragrance pop and may make this more wearable to the ladies. This also has pretty decent longevity and projects at least moderately. That's it for the 5 fragrances in this set. I do want to mention that what's good about Jo Malone fragrances is that they are great to wear by themselves, but also really great for layering. You can mix and match fragrances to make one composition fresher or warmer, more feminine or more masculine, and more to your preference. In fact, they teach you how to do that when you visit their website, so head on there to get some layering ideas. My biggest complaint though about Jo Malone fragrances in general remains to be the hefty price tag. I still think that their fragrances are way overpriced for what they are. Also, even given the performance of some of their fragrances, I just couldn't justify the price. Nonetheless, there are big Jo Malone fans out there. Shout out to you all, and especially to Chitty, the subscriber who requested for this review. So if you like this video, please don't forget to like and share this video, and please comment your thoughts down below. I would also really appreciate it if you click on the subscribe button and the bell icon to see similar videos in the future. I thank you again for joining me today. Stay safe and spread the fragrance love. See you in the next video. Bye!